Secretary Mahmood Sahab, Director General FSA Nadeem Riaz, members of the Diplomatic Corps, participants of the 28th Advanced Diplomatic Course, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, good morning. I am immensely pleased to be here at the passing out ceremony of the 28th Advanced Diplomatic Course. I'm happy to see the FSA host such a rich diversity of talented diplomats, 33 from 24 countries from around the world in Islamabad. I wish to facilitate the participants for successfully completing the 6-week training. The program is aimed essentially at providing the opportunity and platform to participants to share experiences and pool expertise. Give you our insights and imbibe yours. Friends, diplomacy is a noble and consuming profession. As diplomats, we form a special global fraternity. We may belong to different schools of thought, we may hold differences of opinions and approaches, but what unites us far exceeds than what divides us. We face similar trials and tribulations. Our life journey, our experience of diverse cultures and customs follows identical and interjecting paths. This makes us global citizens in the true sense of the word. While protecting and promoting national interests, we strive for the same ends, that is, peace, security, stability, and prosperity. We build bridges, reduce differences, promote understanding, and in so doing, make the world a better place. Some would argue that the advance of technology has rendered the job of a diplomat redundant. I would argue that the need for diplomacy is more acute today than ever before, with the caveat that contemporary diplomacy must evolve to keep pace with modern requirements. Ladies and gentlemen, in these challenging times, change is the only constant. There is flux and ferment in international affairs, and nations, states, and publics are marching to very different cognitions and considerations. What was yesterday a norm is today an anachronism. What was unfathomable yesterday is very much within the realm of possibility today. The nature and scope of challenges has increased, as have the tools and technologies to address them. Instantaneous communication has, on the one hand, constricted the space for diplomacy, and on the other, expanded the diplomat's remit to any and every field of human endeavor. This is both a difficult but ultimately rewarding time to be a diplomat. Excellencies, academic settings such as this one afford participants an opportunity to delve deeper into issues. As you have imbibed the colors, sights, and sounds of Pakistan over the past few weeks, I am sure you would have concluded that the reality of this country is far different from its perception. Pakistan is a developing country like any other, with a set of issues common to all developing nations. But we have also been called as a global pivotal state, a state whose developments, directions, and discourse carry global repercussions. Our geopolitical location as the pivot between South and Central Asia and the Middle East and China give us a unique salience that comes with a great responsibility. From a bulwark against terrorism to a bulwark against fascism, racism, and hatred being spewed by our eastern neighbor, Pakistan's journey makes for an interesting case study. As part of a shared responsibility, Pakistan has played its role in promoting peace and stability in Afghanistan. We shall continue to do so going forward as well. Diplomatically, politically, and morally, Pakistan will continue to support the people of Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir till they realize their inalienable right of self-determination as enshrined in the UN Security Council resolutions and committed by India. And we shall continue to expose to the world the real intent and perils of RSS-inspired Hindutva agenda of the BJP government in India. Ladies and gentlemen, in a difficult and unstable region, Pakistan has been and remains a bastion of tolerance and harmony and a factor for stability. The conceptual framework for Pakistan's foreign policy is centered around partnerships premised on peace, development, and prosperity. Allow me to share some of the key contours of Pakistan's foreign policy. 1. Pakistan is engaging with its friends in the international community with renewed vigor to deepen existing partnerships and establish new ones. 2. Pakistan is playing an active role where it can as a peacemaker and bridge builder within the region and across the world. 3. Pakistan is championing at the international plane the fight against climate change, Islamophobia, and corruption. 4. We are according the highest priority to win-win collaboration and promoting mutually beneficial trade and commercial interests. One manifestation of this is our Engage Africa initiative to deepen our engagement with the promoting African continent in the economic domain. Only recently, I had the privilege of inaugurating the first Pakistan-Africa Trade Development Conference in Nairobi. President Uhuru Kenyatta graced the occasion as the chief guest. 5. We are exploring and opening fresh avenues for science diplomacy, digital diplomacy, and cultural diplomacy in addition to economic diplomacy. 6. We have revamped our visa policy and are opening up Pakistan to realize Pakistan's full potential as a travel and tourism destination. Finally, we are placing greater emphasis on serving the interests and needs of the 9 million strong Pakistani diaspora, who for Pakistan constitute a vital demographic. Participants, I hope that the knowledge and skills you have brushed up here will hold you in good stead as you advance towards higher positions of responsibility. As you travel back home, I am confident that you carry back fond memories